everybody, how are you? This is Betsy with Let's See Tarot, and I wanted to do a reading today. I was just thinking, what should we read on? And I want to do a no contact reading for anybody in the collective that is tuning into this energy of the channel. If any of you are in a situation where you're in no contact with somebody, could be a family member, a loved partner in your life that you're just not talking. Let's see what's going on with that. A no contact reading for the collective, please, Spirit. I'm just using the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. Rider-Waite set. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you like what you hear. I'd love to have you be a part of this community. Okay, the Four of Swords flipped over. No contact. So there is a pause. There's healing taking place. This is a healing card. The Four of Swords is like taking a break, taking a nap, nurturing yourself, nurturing your spirit and your mind. So there's definitely some healing that's taking place through this no contact. Okay. What else, Spirit? Let's do that. That one's coming out. The World. So this is about closing out chapters in your life, reaching the final destination. This is the end of the tarot journey. So it starts with the Fool and it ends with the World. So it's like you're healing from what has been considered an ending, a closing out of a chapter. Lessons have been learned, or hold on before I say anything else. Oh, moving on to calmer times with the Six of Swords. You both went your separate ways. Actually, I think that I think you were the one that moved away from this. I think you were wanting to close out this chapter, what you thought was possibly a pattern or just not healthy for you. I think you were the one who moved away from it all. Yes? So you used your Empress energy. You knew your worth and you were telling yourself, I deserve more than what I'm receiving. I'm out of here. And you put up boundaries. One more. Put up boundaries. Then the Seven of Swords came out. So there was some deception with your partner or the person that you are in no contact with. You know, maybe they were doing things behind your back or not being honest. Taking your energy, taking your time. I'm hearing childish. Let's see what's underneath. So I always think that the ones that come underneath these top ones are kind of clarifying the top or giving more to the story. So then you have the Ace of Pentacles. So as this healing is taking place, a new opportunity is coming in when it comes to the situation. Underneath the World is the King of Wands. So this could be somebody that you were with that, you know, the King of Wands can be a runner. And, you know, with the deception card coming in, it's like you put an end to this type of behavior. You knew that you were worth more than that with your Empress energy. And so this person, the King of Wands can be considered somebody that is a womanizer if they're in their lower energy. They could be a cheater, a player, a runner, you know, an avoidant, somebody who love bombs you, but then is doing all this other stuff on the that's not on the up and up. Yeah. So you close out that chapter. So with the moving on card, oops. Yeah, you made that decision with this Two of Swords. You were at a crossroads. You know, do I stay with this person that's making me, you know, I'm losing my inner peace over this person's behavior. And the Empress. So you were not getting reciprocal energy. It was a totally unbalanced situation. And so you removed yourself from it. You deserved more. The Ace of Wands underneath you initiated, this is initiating behavior, like action for Wands. So it's like this is the beginning of you standing up for yourself, putting boundaries around yourself when it comes to this individual. Yeah, you used your courage and your strength and your confidence. This is pre-Empress energy, so it's like this person was taking you out of your Empress energy with how they were treating this situation. Maybe you were doubting your own worth for a little bit there, or you were being gaslit, so you were doubting your intuition. This person was possibly, you know, messing with your mind, manipulating it in their, you know, for their favor. But I think you got yourself out of that. So you have this no contact with this person that I can see was deceptive towards you, possibly cheated, or had, you know, something outside of your relationship that you caught on to and you've moved away from it. And it's like you know your own worth. You're not sticking around for that. So you have another ending card with the Death card. So this no contact reading is really looking to me like there has been a lot of growth since you stopped talking to this person. You've transformed. You're closing out chapters. You're healing. You're giving yourself new opportunities. You're moving away from anything that's not serving you, or, you know, anything that's trying to manipulate your mind. You know, you're letting your spirit guide you, not someone else. Their behavior was really upsetting to you. I can feel that. It was like, and they were trying to say, that's not what's happening. Like maybe you were the one that was insecure, and it's like you were, I just keep hearing, what? Yeah, this person just couldn't be honest about their behavior and what they were doing. I'm sure you would have respected that a lot more than being gaslit and like, no, everything's fine, everything's okay, when you knew something more was going on. So you've got temperance now in your life. You've brought balance into it. You're patient with yourself. You're balancing your spirit. You just went through something kind of wild. You know, I think you really cared about this person. I think you wanted to be with this person. And it was shocking with what was going on, and it brought you some grief. But through that, you rose up into your Empress energy. You knew that you deserved more with the Six of Pentacles. Like, that energy was not being reciprocated, and so it was uneven. You know, you were giving, because you're an Empress, you know, you have that loving energy that is intoxicating. And you pulled it back when it was necessary because somebody was taking it for granted. That Seven of Swords. you started investing with the Seven of Pentacles time into yourself with this no contact. This has actually been a very healing process for you, I think. You had to almost be away from this person to see it differently, to not be gaslit or like doubt what you're feeling, and just rest, just see things from a different way, now that you're away from that energy. Yeah, because they brought heartbreak. Look at the Ten of Swords. So it's like you've gone through the heartbreak already. This is what's caused the no contact. There was a betrayal, which is, I think we've already been talking about it. I think this person, I think they took you for granted, and I think that they were doing things behind your back. They didn't know what they had. You are so special, and this person, I imagine, is going to be in regret. Yeah, I think they are in regret over this betrayal. This was a union. This was special. I don't think this person knew how to handle somebody like you. With the Justice card, so this could be like a karmic lesson for you. This could be where you're breaking a pattern with the world, and the Justice card. It's like you're bringing balance to your life. You know, you're not willing to just stay in someone else's energy when it's causing you grief and affecting your inner peace. You're choosing yourself. And this person, I think, is very insecure and emotionally immature. And you see through all of this now. And I think this is how they're feeling about you right now. If they were wanting to talk to you, they're feeling like you're in this Queen of Swords energy. Like, you know the truth. I think they're afraid. They're worried with the Nine of Swords. Can't sleep at night. Probably think about you at night. The Eight of Swords. See, so this is this other person's energy. You've gotten yourself out of it because you've chosen to heal, but this person probably just kept continuing on doing what they were doing. And so it's like now they're in this stage of this no contact where they're feeling it. They're feeling the ending. They're feeling their part in it. They know that they were unfair with the Justice card. They know they broke your heart. And like, how could I do this? How could I do that to her? She was special. But with the Chariot card, it's like, with this no contact, you have grown so much. You're just like, I'm out of here. You're on to better things, and you're creating a life for yourself that is going to be really amazing. You know, I am sorry that you went through something like this. But it sounds like you chose to handle it in the healthiest way by removing yourself from a situation that was making you feel terrible. And you weren't being honored the way you should have been. You know, this person was not willing or able to give you the kind of love that you have inside of you that you can give. Because it's a very valuable love. It's beautiful. And I think some people, when they're coming from the energy that this person has come from, they probably have a lot of trauma that they've never dealt with. I'm not giving excuses for their behavior, but, you know, if you can understand maybe why they were doing it, you know, you can kind of see the red flags next time. But also, like, have an understanding of that person instead of, you know, thinking, well, this is just somebody that's evil. It's like, well, no, this is somebody that's coming from an unhealed place. And they're, you know, hurting other people with their selfish behavior because they don't realize their own worth. They need attention however they're going to get it. You know, maybe, you know, you seem like a very strong person, and maybe this person just constantly needed, it seems like to me that they needed attention, and they want to be wanted. And, you know, you broke those walls down inside yourself, and you allowed yourself to be close to this person. And it's like, that's when they run. That's when they start doing things behind your back, or, you know, they get scared. And I think you saw that. This person may try to contact you. But I think right now they're in this worried state of, I've really messed this up and I think I've lost her. So this, long story short, this no contact has been super healthy for you. You chose to handle your time in a much different way than this other person. And I think really good things are on your way. You've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in, the Empress. You're in your Empress energy. You're calling in what is peaceful for your soul. And you're not willing to stick around with somebody that is affecting your inner peace. It was almost like you can handle this person. You understood a lot about them and you were accepting of them, but the moment they were affecting your inner peace and gaslighting you, you're like, we're done. So good on you for recognizing that, for seeing that for what it was, and being willing to walk away with the Six of Swords. You're on to better things with the Chariot, creating with the Magician. You're manifesting. You're manifesting the good life. Good on you. Have a good day.